In the land of Vlandia, where the sword is law and the crown rules by might, a humble monk stepped forth with a dream. His name, Brother Aurelian. He came not with wealth nor with titles, only a vision, to form a holy order of knights and brothers, sworn to defend the weak and serve justice without corruption. By fate or divine will, the first step was granted sooner than expected, an audience with King Derthert, and from it a knighthood bestowed. But knighthood alone does not raise armies. Aurelian now must prove his worth not just with words, but with coin. And so begins the next chapter of tournaments fought, bandits hunted, and coin earned, all to prepare for the day when the light shall ride beneath a single banner. O Lord of light and mercy, you who see all things and judge the hearts of men, I give thanks for the honor I have received, though I am unworthy. Let not this knighthood swell my pride, but remind me of the weight I now carry. Grant me the wisdom to lead, the strength to serve, and the courage to walk the path you've set before me. Gold I must gather, not for vanity, but to arm those who would fight for the innocent. Let every coin I earn be a stone in the foundation of your justice. If it be your will, let this order rise, not in glory, but in service, and if I should fall, may others rise in my stead to carry your light to the dark corners of the world. Our journey begins in Vlandia, where our order shall one day rise, but first we ride south to the lands of sand and sun, where salt is plentiful and the road to provision begins. Oil we find in plenty in this city, and it will do us well on the journey ahead. Our journey to the markets in the south is not yet complete, for we travel from Kuyaz to Sanala in order to find salt, which flows like water in these lands. By the grace of God, we find tools and salt in this city. And by his providence, we find plenty of silver ore to sell later. We return home, bearing gifts of peace and provision. The profit is not ours alone. It feeds the order's future. And we all pray, the religious among us anyway, that we will not be beset by bandits, and that we will make good sales when we finally return to the markets in Vlandia. By his benevolence we return home safely. And thankfully the Lord above is kind, for we make a great deal of profit from this venture. We have begun to gather the gold we need. It will not be enough, but it is a start. Every coin earned, every mile worked, all is in service for the light. We now begin a journey to the frozen north, where furs are found in plenty. I hope that our journey will be as productive and as safe as our journey to the south was. By his benevolence we reach the north safely, and we return south on this so-called pilgrim path with coin and goods. But I will not rush. A holy order must be built on more than steel. It must be built on meaning. 12 is the sacred number. There were 12 gates in the sacred city and 12 foundations. Let 120,000 dinars be the price of our preparation, a symbol of our completeness and of the Lord's providence. Between this day and the next I will trade, and complete in silence. When the coffers are full and the number is reached, then shall the order rise. The work is done. Good day, you bunch of absolute legends, and welcome back to the Monk and Knight Mod Spotlight ChatAI for Bannerlord. I hope you enjoyed the introduction that I made. It explained what I've been doing in the meantime. I have been performing trade and not battling. I have done a few battles, and I have actually got to clan rank tier 1, which means we can join as a mercenary group to any particular faction we want to join up with. However, I do wish to become a vassal, which means I need to get to level 2. However, I do have what I decided was a appropriate goal for forming my own army. That's 120,000 dinars. We have 126, which means I can probably afford a better set of armor. However, I wanted to show off the tournament features of this game. So this would sort of be my debut in the realm of nobility and combat. Let's just save, just in case. I'm tempted to do this in my peasant outfit. Let's just see what armor there is for sale first of all. No, we're doing this in my peasant outfit. Okay, so I will put the rules of the tournaments on the screen. But I will be doing a sort of a little video to explain what happens. And as you can see, there will be 4 lords in this, and there'll be an Asiligat for the victor. That's a horse. I will do the first battle myself, and the rest will be done in montage, or maybe not montage, but a video. So skip. We'll bet on ourselves. And we'll do this. Now, the equipment you receive is random, and you can't actually kill. But yes. You see how I swung the weapon around before, and like then, I managed to get a double swing. If you time it right and click at the appropriate moment, you can get a double swing in. That went quicker than I expected, so maybe I'll show off the next one as well. In fact, I might just show the whole tournament if it goes this quickly. So, scratch what I said. I was going to do a voiceover where I said, through I fight not for honor, but to prove my my skills and to honor my lord and whatnot, because Aurelian is ultimately doing this with a goal in mind. He may be a knight now, but he still has a vision. Yes, I did just try to go for a shield bash, and that is something you can do. So it's quite effective. If you hit someone, you can stagger them. Yeah, so never mind. I've decided I will do this entire tournament on my own. Normally you can only bet like 3 times your wages, but I mean your wager, but I've adjusted it so it's 4. So we're fighting in a team now. Sometimes you'll be in teams of 4, sometimes 3, sometimes 2. Other tournament matches you'll be completely on your own. So, Tomund is my final opponent. If I can beat him, I win the tournament in a horse, and it's nice to have a good horse. It is actually possible to kick your opponent in the groin in this game, but it leaves you wide open. Ooh. Speaking of being left wide open. I'm not doing too well. Oh, this is going to be close. Oh, not good. Well, there goes that. I'm gonna come back to the final round. I mean, I lost that, but this isn't good for the recording. Okay, I'm gonna pause and come back. See you in a moment. And we are back. And thankfully, I was clever enough to ensure that Tomund did not survive the round 2. So, I am going up against a common Vlandian champion, and with any luck I will be champion. Oh, and I see it's on horseback. There is a way to couch your lance if you're riding fast enough, where you can hit the C button and and your character will hold the lance pointed underneath their arm. Only certain lancers can do this, so you have to be sure you have the right one. But you can deliver a lot of damage, significantly more damage than if you just point and click it yourself. Is it fair to be, you know, doing save scumming? Probably not, but you know, expedited gameplay is the whole point. Oops. Sorry, you just, I'll just skip through that. As long as I keep hitting you, your shield will eventually break and then you'll be defenseless. That would be perfect if I go in there. Go! Whoa! Trapped on the rocks. Nice! I'm the champion now. However, the prize is different because it randomizes for each save. However, I will be using that coif. Well, renown is not bad. Anyway, I'm going to put on my coif, which is a significantly better equipment, and I think I'll go and get some. I will go and get some armor, and then I'll start building this army. Because I've made my debut, I've won a tournament even though I had to save scum to do it, and then it is time to introduce the actual army building portion of this playthrough. So I will see you shortly. And we are back, ladies and gentlemen, and here is how our knight in shining armor looks. A red tabard over mail hauberk, mail mittens, striped mail chaucers, pauldrons with a cape, the helmet he won with the coif in the tournament, and a steel chestopio. I'm gonna assume that is how it's pronounced. It's a blunt mace, and he will still keep his brotherly clothes. But yes, and as you can see, I also have taken the liberty of getting a few foods. That's to try and increase my stewardship rating. Now that we have the money and we actually look the part, it is time to get into the actual army creating process. So, what you do is there are two troops that you need to adjust. The first one is just recruit. So you go to here, you press shift and click, and then you enter this screen. Now, you can name the recruit, you can adjust these skills. I think you have to infer by context. That's one-handed, two-handed, pole arms, archery, crossbows, throwing, athletics, and horses. You can adjust what they look like, as in what culture that you want them to be. You can adjust whether they're male or female. You can change any mounts that they have in the harnesses, and weapons are here, and armor is here. And also you get 4 sets, so if you have different sets then your troops will be randomized, but I'm just going to have everyone have the same stuff. So I'm going to also up here you can disable gear restrictions, because based on the level, they're tier 1. In theory they can only have tier 1 or tier 2 level equipment. You can disable the skill total restrictions, which means that you can that means you have this many points to invest in them, 10,000. So you could in theory do all the you can max out basically all the skills, and you can disable the actual skill cap, so you can turn your army into an army of super soldiers. For the purpose of expedited gameplay, I will double the skills that all my troops have, so they'll be twice as strong as everyone else. So it's a little cheesy, but not they're not super soldiers. So yes, I will do all that off screen and show you what I come up with. See you soon. And my lords and ladies, we are back. So I will just go through the tree. We have the Risen Dawn brother, who is twice as good as a regular troop. Bow, tournament arrows, sparring lance. If it says tournament or sparring, that means it can't actually kill. And a militia mace, as far as I know, is a blunt weapon entirely. Not a flanged mace. Male coif. Well, you can read all this. We then have the spearmen, because they're not going to carry swords. They're going to carry spears and shields, as well as javelins, and they are blunt. And then from the Risen Dawn Spearman goes to the third rank is the Risen Dawn Veteran Spearman. And as you can see, the stats go up as well, and they have similar weapons. There will be no ranks above 3 because in theory this army is not supposed to be extremely wealthy like the Templars or anything, but anyway like that. Then we have the Risen Dawn Archer because we're specializing in archery and spearmans. Archery to hold the troops off, to keep the troops at a distance, enemy troops that is. Spearmen in case they get too close, and cavalry in order to do the honors of skirmishing and what, I mean not skirmishing but flanking. Risen Dawn Archers, as you can see, improved stats. These weapons, that longbow is not a practice longbow, but because of the arrows, I believe it means that they will be blunted. Militia mace, as always. These are a mix of leather and also chainmail for the armor. And the Veteran Archer, these stats, these weapons, this armor. And that's that. As you can see, there's only 3 ranks, and I've done something similar for the mounted troops. Okay, so we've got the Risen Dawn Outrider, slightly more meatier stats than the recruits, but these are the elite units, and in order to get an elite unit, that means the village that you get the recruit from, it has to be bound to a castle, not a city. Mace, shield, and lance, and level 2 armor, cape, helmet, fan braces, and cavalier boots. I didn't want to make them have 2 good armor, because that sort of makes the point redundant of having a mid-range army. As you can see, better stats, better equipment. Not actually, the stats aren't, I think, quite as actually I don't know. Sorry, don't know where I was going with that. Stats, equipment. The equipment is the same, or the weapons are the same for all 3. And yeah, there we go. And they all have the same Valambi Corsa and Lamellar half-barding. Alright, that's the creation of the army, and now to start recruiting for the army. So I will be back after I've recruited a significant amount, hopefully 100. Now, as you can see, we have arrived. Well, you can't see that it's bound to a castle, but because the Outriders are available, this village that I am at, it is bound to a castle, so we can recruit elite troops and standard level troops. Each unit each faction in the game has elite troops and a mix of elite and standard troops, but anyway, we can recruit them. The Britannians have a particularly good archer called Britannian Fian Champions. It's their best archers, and you can win the game basically if you just have a whole army of them. So I will be getting rid of my non-custom troops and equipping my army, and as you can see, I only can carry 71 troops at a time, so I will use this army to bolster my my stewardship skill and my ability to lead in battle until the point that I have at least 100, because that's when we will actually go into fighting. See you in a bit. We have done it, ladies and gentlemen. We have reached Clan Tier 2, which means we are eligible to become a vassal, and we have also improved our party capacity to over 100. I decided to have 120 troops when I applied for vassaldom because, it's the sacred number. So yes, and we can upgrade quite a few of these troops. I had to get into quite a few battles and fight quite a few number of bandit hideouts in order to do this. Anyway, let's talk to Derthert. He is our king, or he will be.
My greetings to you.
So I figure you can't just form a order of knights without permission from somebody. Technically, I think I would, since this is supposed to be a holy order of knights, I should ask my character's superior, but there actually isn't a character who is the superior, so instead I'm going to ask Derthert. So, Your Majesty. Sorry, my computer's a bit slow today. Oh, that's going to be a problem. I have gathered a number of skilled and pious warriors serve as a holy order of knights, defense or helpless in Valandia. I legally require your permission Sorry, it's lagging again. Form this order. I will happily place my ace at your feet, for I carry no sword. Not sure why it's lagging so much. And kneel before you. Bear with me, folks. And I will happily pledge myself as your most loyal vassal till my dying day, if you will grant me permission to form this holy order to be called the Knights of the Rising Sun, or Risen Sun is what I was going to go with. May I know if Majesty agrees. I think it's a good way to sign that off. Alright, I'm going to just pause the game and I'll wait until we get back.
Sir Aurelian, your dedication to both the sacred dawn and the realm of Vlandia is truly inspiring. To form an order dedicated to the protection of the weak and the upholding of justice, it is a worthy cause indeed. I, Derthert, King of Vlandia, grant you permission to form your holy order, the Knights of the Risen Sun. May their deeds shine brightly upon our land, and may their courage never falter. Speaking of deeds, Aurelian, I have a task that might suit your particular skills. There are smugglers operating out of Gaeland, disrupting trade and costing us dearly in tariffs. If you were to patrol the area between Gaeland and Jaculan, you might be able to bring them to justice, or at least persuade them to ply their trade elsewhere. What say you, Sir Aurelian? Will the Knights of the Risen Sun take on this task for their king?
We absolutely will. Anyway, now that's because he actually is going to give us this task. So we're going to say goodbye. We have our permission. We have his permission to form the order. So I will pledge my fealty to him. I swear to homage to you as lawful king of the Vlandians. I will be your loyal man as long as my breath remains, and I will be at your side to fight your enemies should you need my sword or mace. And I shall defend the rights of your legitimate heirs, even though the actual succession plan in this game is elective. So if the king dies, it depends on the wealth. Wealth is the major factor in it. A clan who is a vassal who has at least 1 million dinars most likely will inherit the kingdom. So if you're that person, lucky you. We don't need his troops, but we will take his banner, and I'll give my banner to my right-hand man, Vilmarand. I don't need his sword. And now I am pledging fealty in my brotherly robes. This cutscene will, oh yeah, he has his rise. This cutscene will continue to play out like this if we go, it's just them standing around, but anyway. There we go, we have done 3 of 4 objectives. We have, in this episode, we managed to gain enough money to fund the order, and we have founded the order. The last thing we have to do for this this mod spotlight is finally to gain land. So we will fight battles, and most likely in the course of battle we will gain land, and then that's it, mission over. And something I should have said at the start of this this video is that I will be doing, if I get to 100 subscribers, I will be getting a new microphone, something that's actually studio quality. And well, that's all I can think of. So thank you very much for watching. This has been Darius for Team Ion Presents, and thank you, and see you in the next video.